Hey, what's going on, everybody? Fireflinger here, and as promised, here's a guide talking about my glyphs and gear.
Alrighty.
Enjoy. So, starting off with gear, the first thing I want to point out is I do not go for the 4-set bonus. It's just not worth it. For one, it's just too much to think about. You got to think about when you're using Hot Streak. You got to think about, last time you used Pyroblast. You got to think about, the next time you've cast 3 Scorches and your Fireball is, really short cast. It's just a lot to think about. And getting the set handguards will take off your crit. Because they give you, like, haste and, like, multi-strike or some shit. The set hands won't have crit on them. And as a fire mage, typically, you want to stack as much crit as possible. Now, the other piece I'm missing is the chest piece. The other chest piece, the set chest piece, will give you like mastery and multi-strike. Mastery is good. Increases your little fire dots on the person, the damage they do, and stuff like that, which is fine. Like if you're in an arena, and you hit them with some stuff, make the healer panic, or somebody else panic, and they run around pole and line of sight you. At least you'll have your dots taking away their health. So mastery's pretty good. But haste, like in my opinion, it should go crit, haste, mastery. Haste will do what haste does, just increases the or decreases the cast time of like your CCs and all your spells, and it's just great. So I went with the haste and mastery one, but I still got the 2-set bonus, which casting Scorch increases the crit chance and and reduces the cast time of Fireball and Frost Firebolt by 15%, and stacks up to 3 times. So to give you a visual of that, right now my Fireball is a 2.16 second cast. This is normal Fireball. Okay, you see that? Now, if I cast Scorch 3 times, I'll get a stacking buff called Ignition, reduces the cast time, and increases the crit chance by 45%. You see how fast that Fireball went out. Okay, and I've never had that not crit. So that's really good. And it has the same effect on Frost Firebolt. See how fast that went out? Okay, and then you just start, doing your little thing. You start just doing your rotation. Now, moving on to glyphs. The 3 glyphs I have: Counterspell, Polymorph, and Regenerative Ice. The 2 that I highly recommend are Polymorph and Regenerative Ice / Ice Block. Polymorph removes all dots from your polymorphed target. Any damage will break polymorph, so when you polymorph somebody, the point is to CC them. There's no point in trying to CC them if it's off them in the next second. Now for Regenerative Ice, you can really switch this out with Ice Block if you want, depending on how you want to play it, depending on what you're going against in an arena or something. I typically stick with Regenerative Ice just because, I mean, hell, who doesn't like being healed, right? Regenerative Ice regenerates 4% of your maximum health every 1 second for the duration of Ice Block. Now you can switch that out with Glyph of Ice Block. They're exclusive with one another, so you can only have one or the other. And when Ice Block terminates, Free Frost Nova makes you immune to spells for 3 seconds. Really great against... it's really kind of like a very well-rounded Glyph, because I mean, it Frost Novas and gets you away from melee, but also makes you immune to spells, so in case there's any casters around, they're not going to be able to nuke you. Because this one doesn't heal, you're not going to use Ice Block right off the bat. Typically you're going to use it when you get low. Making you immune to spells for 3 seconds keeps, a Destrolock from smacking you with a Chaos Bolt right off the bat, or another mage hitting their Ice Nova or their whatever. Now the third one, again, this one you can really switch out if you want. I use Glyph Counterspell if I'm going against casters. I do kind of forget to sometimes switch this one out because I'm so used to having it, and it's nice to have a counterspell that's not on the global cooldown, and you can use it while casting something else. So if I'm in the middle of casting Scorch and that dummy is casting Heal, I can just bam, hit it, and I don't need to hit Scorch and like, oh no, he's healing, hit Escape, and then hit my counterspell. I don't like doing that. It just kind of ties my fingers up a little bit. Other glyphs you can use in place of Counterspell: Frost Nova to increase your CC capabilities, Frostfire Bolt to decrease the cast time of Frostfire Bolt by half a second. Spell Steal is a good one. I am constantly stealing spells, especially hots from druids and priests and stuff. Dragon's Breath is a good one too. Increases damage done by Dragon's Breath by 100%. So right now my Dragon's Breath, okay, that was 7.5k. That was a crit. So I mean, if that was increased by 100%, that would just be awesome. It'd be a 15k crit. Remove Curse is another good one. Increases the damage you deal by 5% for 10 seconds after you successfully remove a curse. So I mean, that's nice increase to damage output. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, oh man, why am I in combat? Invisibility. All right, done, son. Okay, now, like I was saying, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please let me know. I'm by no means a pro fire mage. It's just what I like to play. I have a blast playing it. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button for more updates. And I will see y'all later. Peace.